Hello and welcome to the Schwarzenegger Watch Together podcast, where we watch every single Arnold Schwarzenegger performance in chronological order. I'm your host, Dylan Green. With me as always, my boy.
Is your co-host Blair Jones. Hello, hi, how you doing?
There he is. Okay, this episode we're going to be looking at the 1977 docudrama Pumping Iron.
Pumping Iron, baby, come on.
Come on.
Let's get those gains.
We're finally on to one of the big ones.
Yeah.
One of the big,
A film people have actually heard of for once.
yeah.
It's taken us 4 episodes, but we're finally there.
We're finally onto something you might have seen.
Yeah.
Because it's on Netflix as well. So
Yeah, it's on Netflix, so you can just fire up your Netflix
well,
on your
UK Netflix, I should say.
your platform of. Oh yeah, I guess.
In case
so.
we've got any international listeners
Yeah,
this week.
if you're not from the disunited Triple K Kingdom, then you might not have it on your Netflix.
Yeah. Brexit means Brexit, Blair.
Yeah, the hardcore Brexit.
So anyway, this was directed by George Butler, who's mainly a documentary filmmaker.
Yeah, has he done anything else that people would know?
Not
that you know of?
Not in the ad heard of. This was his first ever feature.
Cool.
He co-directed it basically with another guy, Robert Fior, who only has 2 directorial credits. This one and another short movie that he made. So he's mainly like a camera operator and cinematographer on documentaries. I don't know how he managed to wangle his way to a directorial credit.
Good on him, man.
Because from the stuff I read about pre-production, it seems like it's mainly Butler's name that comes up.
Right.
I don't really see much about this guy, aside from the fact he got credited as co-director. Yeah, so anyway, it was also, I know it's a documentary, but it was also written by somebody.
Yeah.
George Butler and Charles Gaines, who we mentioned on the previous podcast.
Yep, he's back. Charlie's back.
Big Chuckle Gain.
Chico Gaines.
So he also wrote as we mentioned in the last one, he wrote the book Pumping Iron.
Yep.
Actually, I think he may have co-written the book as well with this other guy, George Butler. Yeah, so they took inspiration from that book, the one about bodybuilders, and decided to make this movie. Documentary all about, what else have we talked about in this podcast?
It's just been bodybuilding.
Fucking bodybuilders.
Yeah. Can't escape them yet, the bodybuilders.
Yeah, it's basically...
They follow me everywhere. They're in my room.
And my thoughts
They're
at
on
night.
the train. They follow me on my way home.
Yeah, so it's basically mainly focuses in on the 1975.
They haunt my dreams.
The
nightmares.
The Freddy Krueger bodybuilder. Freddy Krueger just jacked up to fuck. So yeah, it focuses on the 1975 Mr. Universe and Mr. Olympia. That's kind of the main focus of the film. But I mean, that's not really enough to do the whole movie, so they have to sort of focus in on many other things, including our boy, our Lord and Saviour, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, I guess one of the central themes is the story of the rivalry between Arnold Schwarzenegger and Lou Ferrigno.
Yeah, so, and there's also like other side bits, but other various bodybuilders, but we'll get into that in a wee second. Talk a wee bit. The budget for this movie was actually $1 million.
$1 million.
Loads of sources say this was a big box office success, which I believe, because but I cannot find anywhere what they...
When do you ever hear of a documentary being a box office success?
It is bizarre, because most of them don't get cinema releases, do they?
Yeah, you don't get a lot of wide release documentaries.
You know, unless you're like already a big documentarian,
yeah,
like Lou Ferrigno or something.
But you don't get Lou Ferrigno movie in cinemas wide release. My Scientology movie was in cinemas.
That was not as one I was thinking. David Attenborough's probably a better one then. He sometimes gets some cinema releases as well.
Does he?
I think I'm pretty sure a couple of his have been in cinemas. But yeah, I know.
I think this could be wrong.
Yeah.
But I think like in the American version of Planet Earth, they have a different narrator.
Why would they though?
That's so bizarre.
Yeah, there's weirdly no information about the box office figures for this movie. Very unusual. Like no site has any clue how much it made.
But yet we're led to believe that it was a success.
Yeah, like loads of it's in everything you read about this movie will say big critical and box office success.
Well, it's clearly famous, so we can leave it at that.
Critically good as well. Mostly all good.
Okay.
Everybody's saying good film, good flick.
I thought we'll get into that later, but I thought it was pretty decent.
It also basically made Arnold a household name as well.
Yeah.
And I guess Lou Ferrigno to a lesser extent.
Yeah, Lou Ferrigno had a career in show business after this, so yeah.
Of course, landing the lead role in the Incredible Hulk TV show.
Yeah.
And later on in King of Queens as a recurring role.
Which I always think he's in Everyone Loves Raymond.
Yeah.
But I get those shows mixed up in my brain.
Even though, I mean, King of Queens is obviously the vastly superior show. Fight me. Don't at me. So some good, we've got some interesting background info on this film, really.
Cool.
So when they were filming it, they of course ran out of money, because this takes place, as I mentioned, in the 1975 Mr. Olympia and Mr. Universe.
Mm-hmm.
But the film wasn't released until 1977. Basically, after they filmed that, the stuff with all that,
Yeah.
they ran out of money. Went over budget, no money left, can't finish filming, couldn't do any of the post-production, editing, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
So Arnold, obviously realising, you want this documentary out, want more exposure and all this. Him and a bunch of the other bodybuilders that are featured in the movie, including I think Lou Ferrigno as well, they all put money into the movie to get it finished.
Very good decision on behalf of Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
And Ferrigno especially, because they.
Well, I mean, I've always said Arnie's he is a great businessman, a great almost a great salesman, because he sells himself so well. Even after like big controversies in his life, which we're not going to, but like he managed to he's bounced back for all of them. It never held him down.
It never tarnished his. Compare Arnie to like a similar scandal like Tiger Woods.
Yeah,
Tiger Woods' image is destroyed now, but yeah, Arnie, it's like, what if a duck's back? So
this film's also like credited as starting the sort of fitness craze of the 80s.
Yeah, okay.
Obviously, it brought bodybuilding into a bit more mainstream and made it a bit less of what it was considered to be a bit of a freak show, really. I suppose he is quite a good sort of figurehead for the sport, I guess, Arnie, because he's.
Well, he was numero uno.
Yeah, because he's kind of he's very charismatic, very sort of larger than life personality, really.
The Arnie interview segments in this documentary are some of the best bits.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, he had a lot to say. Do you want to tell everyone what you're drinking right now, Dylan?
Drinking some lovely Pepsi Max.
Nice.
Sponsor us.
I'm having Coca-Cola, so.
Are you? I thought you had a Pepsi as well.
No, it's Coca-Cola.
I didn't know. I was pure sidetrack. But do you know Pepsi? It's like really popular in Canada.
Really?
It's like it's better than like they prefer it over Coke. You don't even get Coke's a very rare thing to find in a lot of places in Canada, especially in like Quebec.
That's weird.
I don't know. Just some interesting facts for you right now. I may be completely wrong on that, by the way.
Any Canadians? Any Quebecois want to let us know about that?
So I've got a wee interesting thing. Basically, this documentary, it actually started out as a completely different documentary, but it was still about bodybuilding. Basically, it was going to be about Arnie training up an actor, a really sort of slim actor. They actually cast a guy, Bart Cord. Bart Cort, actually, I should say. Who you might recognise. He was Harold in Harold and Maude. He's also in the Robert Altman movie, Brewster McCloud. He was the main guy in that, Brewster McCloud.
Okay.
So the idea was basically Arnie would train him and make him into a bodybuilder. Showing him all the techniques, and it would follow them and follow his progress and that.
Interesting concept.
But essentially, a couple of weeks into it, he basically realised, this ain't for me, I can't do this.
Yeah. Fair play.
And he basically said, right, and he came in agreement with the producers. He said, right, I'm just going to leave now. It's not working out.
Mm-hmm.
But he actually gave the money back that they paid him for it.
Very noble.
After that, they were kind of a bit struggling for a narrative, really, about it. So that was where the whole idea of they saw Arnie and they saw Lou and their contrasting personalities.
Yep.
And they thought, well, there you go, there's our story there. We don't need to do anything else.
Oh, man.
And that's where all that came from. Yeah, there was more than 100 hours filmed of this.
Nice.
But it's only an 80-something minute movie.
Yeah, and it does feel like they're padding for time, which is bizarre.
Yeah.
Considering they've filmed that much material.
So much yet.
So
but
only so much of it.
So I've got a couple other background.
You can film as much as you want, but only the interesting stuff is going to be in the film.
Especially with documentary. That's the thing. You just cut out all the bollocks, really.
Yeah.
And get straight onto that.
Okay, well, do you want to get onto the plot then?
Welcome to this year's Mr. Olympia Championship. There certainly has never been a competition like this before.
Lou Ferrigno. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
You have to do everything possible to win.
I dreamt about Arnold last night. I said, Louis is waiting for you in the shadows.
Well, I've not been beaten for the last 7 years.
You're going to be the biggest thing that ever went out on that platform at 275 pounds, Louis. They know that, and he knows it.
If he's in shape, fine. I hope he is.
We're going to talk about the whole plot, or do you want to just summarise it?
Let's summarise it.
Okay, so we go on. We meet all these other. We meet other bodybuilders at first.
You meet some American bodybuilders. Ken Waller returns from Stay Hungry Fans.
Yeah, he was Arnie's rival bodybuilder in that movie, if you remember him. So anyway, he comes back in this one, and he's sort of a bit more of a villainous character again in this one, because there's a whole bit about him, and he's like talking to the other guy. Remember his name quickly? Mike Kent's.
Mike
Kent's.
He played for the Jets. Is
Yeah,
that right?
he was a former American footballer. Played
Okay.
for the Jets.
I've
Turned
never heard
bodybuilder.
of him because he was from a long time ago.
Yeah,
I
why
can't
would
tell
you?
you what position he played. I'd say linebacker probably.
So they're in a bit of a feud, these two, in the movie. Or the movie at least sets up a feud between the two of them. And he's even saying, "Oh, I'm going to steal his lucky T-shirt." Was it the Mr. Universe they were doing in South Africa?
Maybe.
And so they go against each other, but of course Ken's loses because of his magic T-shirt. Was that in the movie? Because I read that. They
think
said
so.
they said that was the reason he lost, because he
Yeah.
lost that
This
T-shirt.
this stuff occupies the beginning of the film. You're
Yeah.
thinking, well, this is not really what we're watching this for. We want Arnie and Lou.
Yeah, because
We
like
want their rivalry.
every poster for this movie, every description, it's all it's about Arnold's journey and his
Yeah.
rivalry with Lou Ferrigno.
Which is what it becomes about later on. But at the very beginning of the film, we're getting a little bit of Ken Waller and Mike.
It sort of sets up more like a thing about, it's going to be about various bodybuilders. Do you know what I mean? Like a series of them, and we'll interview most of them. But it sort of stops being that.
Yeah.
So then we move on to Arnold and that, and we meet him, and he's this, brash, confident.
He's the king of the hill.
Yeah, he's up there,
Yeah.
women on his arms, smiling, laughing, joking, talking about bodybuilding,
Yeah.
and it's awesome.
He's like a 5-time Mr. Olympia in a row.
Might even be more than that. Might have been 6, I think. Maybe.
I think he was going for his 6th.
Was he going for
Was
the
the
6th?
Yeah, it was 6th when
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
going for.
I think he might be right there.
And we're introduced to Lou Ferrigno, who's the young up and comer.
And he's sort of the opposite of Arnie. He's very shy and very sort of like quite unassuming, despite being a big, hefty.
We were told we go visit his family. He's got a massive Italian American family in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And he lives with them. But
Yeah.
we're told his dad who's a cop.
Mm-hmm.
So's Arnie's dad.
Yeah, weird coincidence.
Yeah.
But obviously, if you're a filmmaker, that's a great cinematic parallel to use there.
Yeah. And he's saying how Lou is like a nerd grown up, but he was really obsessed with like muscle magazines, which were a thing apparently, and it's like not like health fitness magazines you'd get nowadays, but they were for like younger children, and they had like cartoons and stuff, and that inspired him to get into bodybuilding. So he's like the opposite of Arnie. He's a shy and retiring type, and not a outgoing how would you say, showman, I guess. There's a difference between them. He's also really tall as well. He's taller than
And
Arnie.
when he was born, he was kind of partially deaf.
Yeah.
So that's why, if you ever wonder why Lou Ferrigno speaks like that, because it's quite that kind of almost
Stallone voice.
Yeah, but he's sort of his the way he works out as well is very contrasting to the way Arnold works out. Because his is sort of in a kind of dingy looking gym, whereas Arnie sort of will do things where he works out in public and that. Women on his arms,
Yeah.
shit like that. Really.
Arnie very much the showman, and Lou is the hard grafter.
Yeah. And that's the kind of story they're trying to tell. The
Mhm.
underdog, Lou Ferrigno, up and
They
comer.
tell you a little bit about Arnie's backstory as well. It's interesting. As it's mentioned, his dad was a cop in Strum Graz, I think, and basically Arnie was brought up very strictly.
As you'd probably get. I mean, I know it's maybe a bit
Yeah.
stereotypical, but you'd maybe think of like Austria, Germany as kind of like, a big hard nose, toe the line kind of thing, as you tell your kids.
I have no idea what Dylan's trying to imply here. But anyway, yeah, Arnie didn't like that. He didn't like that, and he wanted to escape that lifestyle and come to America and become a big star.
Which he did.
Which he did. For fuck's no man.
But yeah, there's a big story he tells, isn't there, about missing his dad's funeral.
Yeah.
The bodybuilding contest. Which...
And I immediately thought, man, he must have really not liked his dad that much.
I can tell you a story, Blair.
Okay, go on.
It's all fiction.
Wow!
It's not that... Arnie admitted later...
I'm scandalised, genuinely I'm
Yeah,
scandalised.
it's all box. He basically made all that up to...
Fucking hell.
Because he basically...
So when did do you know when his dad died?
He went to it, though. He did die. That was
actually did go to the funeral.
He went to the funeral. He went back and he met... Because dad was dying, and he had to go back to,
Yeah.
And he spoke with him, met with him the last few days. It was all fine. They had a good relationship.
Oh, fucking hell.
You've been bamboozled,
I've
Blair.
been absolutely fucking conned, man.
Because essentially, as we said,
It was a work.
As we said yeah, exactly. As
Fucking
I said
hell.
with the underdog, Lou Ferrigno, he basically knew he was playing the villain and was playing up to
Yeah.
it.
Oh, Arnie plays the fucking heel in this, man.
Like, if you're familiar with wrestling, he is the obvious heel here,
Oh.
and Lou Ferrigno is the plucky underdog. The Daniel
Yeah.
Bryan-esque kind of character, up against the big chief.
Yeah. The problem is Arnie's a little bit of a cool heel. So you're
He
kind of
is.
on his side, even though he's
Yeah.
being a little bit of a
And he's
bastard
really
at
funny.
times.
There is some really funny scenes in this movie. There's a really great bit where he talks about how, I bet people probably seen this, it's quite a popular clip. I'd seen it before I'd seen the film.
I'm like getting the feeling of coming in the gym. I'm getting the feeling of coming at home. I'm getting the feeling of coming backstage when I pump up, when I pose out in front of 5,000 people. I get the same feeling. So I'm coming day and night. I mean, it's terrific, right? So, you know, I'm in heaven.
Calming.
If I get the-
calming the gym. It's amazing.
That's another thing I want to talk about. Is how homoerotic this movie is.
Oh yeah,
But I
and
mean-
that's been a running theme throughout all these bodybuilding movies
like-
we've had to watch.
Not necessarily just bodybuilding. I was just thinking about the 70s and the 80s and their macho flex. Of course, we're going to get on it. Is how goddamn homoerotic everything
Well, I mean,
is
the
in it.
macho culture, that'll never leave this podcast, I'm afraid. 'cause
Oh,
it's
no, I
about
know.
Arnold
I know.
Schwarzenegger.
But it's just mad, isn't it, when you think about how homophobic these times were. But like, you know, you're sitting there in your skants and
Yeah.
posing,
Oiled up.
And
They say back in the day, if films had a Coke budget, this film probably had a baby oil budget.
oh yeah, definitely.
Fucking hell,
'Cause
man.
I'm not-
Ripping.
I was just looking for a dry. There was no dry skin in that house there.
Nah.
Everybody's oiled up.
Moisturised, my man.
I know it's fantastic, really. There's even like a line. I wrote down a line for this movie
Mhm.
that I just thought summarised the homoerotic nature of this movie.
Okay, get hit me with it.
Guy took his clothes off and started posing for me.
That's right. Arnie's telling a story about a bodybuilder that wanted tips. That's the right bit.
Yeah.
He wanted tips, and Arnie just immediately worked out that he was a chancer.
Yeah.
He wasn't really up to scratch. So he told him that the big thing in American bodybuilding, this is in Europe, the big thing in American bodybuilding is to scream when you're posing.
Yeah.
So if when you're lifting your arms up high, you do a high scream, and when you're lowering them down, you do a low scream.
Yeah, that was probably I
It's quite
thought
funny.
that was a really funny bit. Just it's like a, and then he's like, oh yeah, then he had to be carried off because everyone was like, why is he screaming?
Fucking lunatic.
This guy's a madman.
Uh,
There's some, but
Yeah.
Arnie does play the role really well.
oh yeah.
He is like, at the time he probably thought, oh, this guy's a real dick, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Arnie, like, there's a great scene that sort of does that where he's sitting with Lou and his family just before the contest drawing, they're having breakfast, and Arnie keeps making these really sort of
Yeah.
snide kind of
Really,
because
he's
he's
quite rude, man. He's really fucking stabbing them, man.
and he's
Sliding
like,
the daggers
but he's
on.
doing it so subtly as well.
Yeah.
He's not like blatantly
Sly
going.
digs.
He's not just going, Lou, you're shit. Do you know what I mean? That kind of, he doesn't say stuff like that. He's more like, yeah, you know, you look a bit tense today. You look a bit tired,
Yeah.
Lou. You okay?
Yeah,
You okay, Lou?
you're right there. You're buckling, son.
You feeling-
I'm in your mind, son. Yeah, so they're training up for the contest in South Africa, apartheid South Africa,
Diplomatic community.
and they go.
There is weird enough, despite your mentioning the apartheid and all that. There's loads of black men bodybuilders that are there.
Yeah, it's probably because it's an international thing. They couldn't get away with it. It's like the Munich Olympics,
The
1936
yeah, the
Olympics.
Jesse Owens and that.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay, yeah.
you know what I mean.
I know, I'm familiar.
So we have the
6'5" Arnold Schwarzenegger.
no. They bill him as 6'2".
Is it?
Yeah, they bill Lou Ferrigno as 6'5", which seems legit.
Yeah. He's a big dude.
A big dude.
Yeah.
Arnie's probably a little bit smaller than 6'2".
Yeah. Well, I don't know if have we mentioned that on the podcast. It's disputed height.
The disputed height.
So
Some
like
people say he says 6 foot. Some people say 5'10". But I think he always looks taller than 5'10".
yeah, I never really bought the 5'10" thing. Yeah. So they go to the Mr. Olympia, and it comes down to the final three:
Comes to the final three.
Lou Ferrigno, Arnie, and other guy
Another guy,
who's not really. I can't remember his name.
Serge,
Let's go with that.
something.
So anyway, they do their posing. Oh, you know, they pose down, they do all that good stuff. Flex those muscles.
Yeah.
A lot of that in this movie.
Yeah,
I mean, it's, if you have got an aversion to guys being very muscly, veins, might want to give this movie a miss.
not the film for you. But if you're into that, then the film for you, the definitive.
It
Film
always
for you,
cracks
in
me up,
fact.
you know, when we watch like the audience reaction to it, because it's just such bizarro land to me, because it's like these guys are like cheering them on. It's
It's
like, yeah,
similar to wrestling.
I know, but wrestling you can at least, I think you can maybe understand from an outsider's point of view the appeal of it, because it's, you know,
Some people can't.
I guess.
This is more. There's a lot of subtext in wrestling. This is very overt.
Yeah, because it's just flex your muscles, boy.
The
Traps.
crowd is mostly male.
Yeah.
They're really into it.
I
But the bodybuilders must know that they're posing for horny dudes. You know?
There is, do you know that I've noticed as well? You look at the women in the crowd, most of them are a bit older.
Yeah.
Or like middle-aged to older.
Yeah.
It's not like young
Well, we
women.
think about old wrestling crowds. Sorry, we're comparing this to wrestling a lot, but it's the frame of reference that we've got.
Yeah.
Back in the day, you always think about the granny.
Now here's the secret. She's a stunt granny.
So yeah, so it comes down to the final three basically, and they do their posing, and then the judges do the scorecards. And I just thought, imagine doing scorecards for boxing, not fucking bodybuilding. I mean,
Well, I don't really like sports with scorecards.
nah.
They should fight to the death, in my opinion.
Anyway, off topic. Yeah. So yeah, obviously, Lou doesn't win.
No, Lou comes third.
Comes third.
Arnie's victorious.
He goes out on top. And Lou, he's pretty gracious in losing though. He doesn't hit a pure tantrum or whatever about it. He just sort of gets on with it.
Accepts that.
And then his dad's sort of like, don't worry, we'll win next year.
But Arnie's not competing.
Because this is Arnie's last year.
Yeah.
This is like his final one. Go out in a blaze of glory.
Yeah.
Go off to Hollywood and become a film star. Everyone thought he was mad, Blair. Go off and become a film star.
How wrong
with that,
they were.
With that name, with that accent, with that build. Never.
Never, man.
And there you go.
They were all wrong.
Yeah, so, and then it has a nice wee ending scene though. The scene I was thinking about is there's a big ending scene where it's Lou's birthday now.
Uh-huh.
And Arnie gets them all to start singing happy birthday to him. In a nice way. By the way, he's sitting there smoking a joint in this bit.
Yeah, man. Stop the fucking madness. Stop the madness! Oh, yeah, they're enjoying a nice doobie. And he's wearing the Arnie's numero uno shirt.
I didn't notice that, was he?
Yeah.
I never even noticed that, but yeah, I wrote.
Might buy that.
Oh yeah.
Sell at places. Might buy
we need to buy more Arnie merchandise.
Well, I've got a T2 t-shirt.
I do. I don't have any Arnie merchandise, man. Yeah, so it ends on that basically. He's happy birthday, Lou.
Yep.
Arnie's getting out in a blaze of glory, and that's your film.
There you are. There you have it.
That's pumping on. It's a nice little short movie.
It's a cool. How long does it run for? It's about 90 minutes.
Roughly.
Maybe 87.
Yeah, they're there, but it's 80, in the 85 to 90 range.
It doesn't drag. Doesn't drag.
It's very, very lean, very easy to watch.
Yep.
I really like this movie. I'll start it off.
Oh.
I'm not a huge documentary guy.
No.
I don't watch a lot of them myself.
Me neither. It's not my primary interest when it comes to cinema, but we can all appreciate an interesting documentary.
Of course. Very, I didn't know too much about bodybuilding.
No, me neither.
Just because, I've
learnt some of it about bodybuilding through watching all these fucking bodybuilding movies.
I know. I feel this is practically a bodybuilding podcast at this point.
I'll be tagging them as a bodybuilding podcast.
And I'll get all the fucking big meatheads to watch this, man.
Yeah.
Arnie is very entertaining in the movie.
Oh, Arnie's really good in this.
His segments are what makes the movie kind of good, I would say.
Yeah. If it was a different bodybuilder and not Arnie, I would not be half as interested in this film.
Do you have any good positives for this movie? What do you like?
Well, as I said, it doesn't drag. The central story of the rivalry between Arnold and Lou Ferrigno is very interesting. Very compelling. Arnold's piece to camera interview segments are brilliant. He's really charismatic and also devilish because he's playing the bad guy. Which you don't get to see an awful lot. I
know, when you think about it, how many times has Arnold played a villain in a movie?
Off the top of my head, I'm struggling.
I actually can't think of any right now.
He must have surely at one point.
We'll count The Long Goodbye.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I suppose so.
But because obviously he was the hero. I would have loved to have seen him play more villainous roles.
Yeah.
It would have been very.
But then you get typecast as the hero, so.
As the old dad, really. I mean, Sylvester Stallone's the same. The only one I can think of him as a villain is Spy Kids 3.
That's right, yeah.
What was he? The toy maker? Toy master?
Something like that.
Another pro in this movie. If you're into it, a lot of beefcakes for you in this movie.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the fucking Beefcake Factory.
You like your muscles, you're going to love this.
Welcome to the Muscle Dome.
I did think, I'm going to say anything negative, some of the bits were a bit fillery. The non-Arnold Lou Ferrigno bits.
Yeah.
They felt a bit like you're padding it a little bit.
Yeah.
Which felt weird because, like I said, they had 100 hours of footage.
Yeah.
So what, was it really that bad?
100 hours of footage and it's like an hour and a half long.
Yeah.
And you're still padding it out a little bit, but I can forgive
They
that.
weren't terrible, the segments for them. They were
They're fine. It's just like, it's not the main event.
I wonder if I was not really caring for the bits as much as more because we are just hungry for more Arnold.
Possibly, man.
Because of the way it's always advertised, like I said, as being the Arnold movie. This is all about him. This is his documentary.
Documentary at the time wouldn't have all been about Arnold.
That's what I'm
He
saying.
came out of it as the star.
Like back then, it probably
Yeah.
it was a bodybuilding documentary, but nowadays it's advertised more as
I think
the Arnold
even
Schwarzenegger
if you
documentary.
even if you watch it, not thinking of it as an Arnold film, he still shines the brightest.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And I just think like he has such a screen presence in his movies,
Mm-hmm.
even in something where he's not playing a character. Well, I
Yeah.
guess he sort of is in this because he is acting a bit.
He's playing it up a little bit.
He's doing the
He's
sort
playing
of
it up a little bit. Heightened reality.
sort of yeah. What else?
And he also just tells lies. If you've told me, he just fucking
Yeah.
lies.
It's all just lies. It's bollocks, really.
Bollocks, man. It's not even a documentary, man.
No, that's actually something I was gonna say to you. What is your thoughts on the sort of ethical thing on that of fictionalizing bits in it but making out they're real? Because the difference between doing dramatic
it's ethically
parts,
questionable. You know, it's probably not great to be
because
honest.
the idea of a documentary is supposed to be reality.
That it's real. It's a bit like reality television. In a way, a precursor of reality television.
There you go,
folks.
That's an interesting.
Yeah.
You go see. We're all about interesting tidbits on here.
Yeah, we're all
Theories.
about connecting the dots, man.
There is an interesting idea in this. You know, about the idea of the fictionalizing points of it.
Yeah.
I don't know how much the director was in on Arnold making stuff up.
Yeah, because Arnold could have just been telling them things, and you don't know if it's a lie or not. But
Arnold did.
If he's telling the lie well enough, they'll just go along with it.
Exactly, and Arnold did say that he was vital in creating the whole idea of the villainous character versus like the underdog hero, Lou Ferrigno.
And there are a little bit of evidence that Arnold actually can act.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Because
because
he's acting in this film by the looks of it.
and he fooled people by all accounts.
Mhm.
He fooled all them. So must have been a
Smarter
nice.
than you think.
Must have been. Well, yeah, Arnie's a pretty smart guy.
Yeah.
He
He
may-
comes across as very intelligent.
He may have
so-
made some dumb decisions in his life.
But I mean, if you get your life is just nothing but success, of course you think you're going to get away with it. Of
With
course.
what? Banging your maid,
Of course.
banging your older maid.
You're a not attractive older maid. Why not? You've already done everything
Maria
else.
Shriver, she was related to JFK, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, she is. She's a Kennedy.
Yeah,
He married the Kennedy. He came to America and married into the royal family.
that's kind of. I always thought that was kind of an interesting
Yeah.
tidbit. Yeah, so there's lots of good. This is a lot of good army action in this movie.
Yeah.
This is a lot more like what I was after.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's no big action movies, but this is like good for now.
We're getting there.
We're getting
This
there.
is a landmark film.
Yeah.
This I'd say is the second important Arnold performance. The first one being his first ever performance, which I think is
Yeah.
important. Well, do you want to get on to rating the film?
Yeah.
Do you want me
Okay.
to go first? We'll go Arnie's scale first.
Okay.
Gonna give this a 7. I think that is the highest Arnie yet.
I
This is solid Arnie.
I very much agree with you. 7
Yeah.
out of 10. That's a good one.
Okay. As a film,
I'll go with this one. Do
do
you
you
want me
go
to
first? Okay.
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. I was gonna say 7 out of 10 again.
Okay.
A solid film.
Yeah. I thought it was very interesting. Kept me going for most of the movie. I was
Yeah.
never really bored.
Because neither of us are into bodybuilding or fitness, to be honest.
No, and I don't think I'd watch any other bodybuilding movies.
Nah.
So yeah, what's up next, Blair?
It's the specially imported television movie.
We're going back. We're going back
It's
in
the rewind.
time.
It's the retrospective of the retrospective. We're going back in time.
Exactly.
So if you enjoyed this film, then you'll enjoy watching Arnold in a television movie.
Playing a male masseuse.
Oh yeah. How long's he in it for?
I think it's maybe like a 5-6 minute scene.
Oh, that's juicy. Compared to
We watched The Long Goodbye, but it
The
was
Long
brilliant.
Goodbye, that's pretty juicy. I think we're gonna do a 2-for episode, a 5th episode special, basically.
It's a 5th episode spectacular.
Yeah,
Where we're gonna
television, TV movie spectacular.
because we've got the other TV show. I think we've mentioned
Yeah.
it previously. Streets of San Francisco.
Yep.
Police procedural show that he was featured in,
Yeah.
and we've got both of them there available to us.
So that'll be the episode after this.
Since
then.
they're both like maybe 40-50 minutes each, I think
Okay.
maybe that's like a whole movie really.
Nice.
Now, the Streets of San Francisco, I've seen a cut of it and it looks hilarious.
Oh, good. I've not seen it.
I'm pretty sure did I not send you? I can't remember now.
Maybe I don't know.
But that looks hilarious because he plays a murderous bodybuilder and yes, please.
Oh no, I think I actually have seen that.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
I'm trying to think of the first movie. See when we do this thing, what
Mhm.
I've actually seen. Even Conan the Barbarian, Conan the Shore, I haven't seen either of them either.
I can't wait for Conan the Barbarian to Conan the Destroyer.
And then after that, I believe it's like Red Sonja.
Yeah.
I think Terminator will be the first one I've seen.
That'll be like season 2.
Yeah, so basically, we should say that actually. We're splitting this up. We're going to maybe split this up into seasons. To make it a bit easier.
I think Conan the Barbarian will probably end season 1 because at that point Arnold's established as a star, household name.
Yeah, action star of sorts.
And he only kind of gets bigger after Terminator.
Yeah, that kind of blew him up. Terminator's going to
even more.
I mean, can you imagine the original Terminator with O.J. Simpson?
Do you know, that was a pub quiz question the other week.
Oh,
yeah.
Did you get it, I'm assuming?
I don't think I got it.
Really? I feel like I bring it up all the time.
It blows my mind, man.
Well, because the reasoning, James Cameron, I don't know if he's been funny when he says this, because I don't know if this is before.
Nobody bought him as a killer.
Yeah, nobody could buy him as a cold-blooded killer.
Which makes sense, though, when you know about O.J. Simpson before.
Yeah, O.J. Simpson was the big, charismatic, beloved sports figure.
Yeah, exactly.
He was in Naked Gun movies.
It's like if Gary Lineker was a murderer. You just can't imagine it.
I could imagine that now. He just drops a packet of Walker's Crisp on the dead body. Shat on dead body.
Shat on dead body. Anyway. Well, is that us from this episode?
Yeah, I think so.
So, do we have anything to shout out?
Yeah, so obviously, whenever you're listening to this, we're also on multiple platforms now.
Yeah, we're everywhere.
We're everywhere. You can't miss us.
You could be listening to this on SoundCloud, iTunes, YouTube, maybe.
Stitcher, did you say? We've also got a YouTube channel now.
Yep, YouTube. You may be listening to this on YouTube. Episodes 1, 2, 3 are currently available on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
The problem with YouTube is that you never know how it's going to react to certain copyrighted materials, and that can also change over time, so it's a bit volatile.
What is the YouTube channel, Blair?
Rare Cryptid.
Is it just Rare Cryptid or is it Rare Cryptid Films?
Oh, fuck.
I think it's Rare Cryptid Films.
Well, the link is...
It'll be all over.
Everywhere. On the Facebook page.
Yeah, our Facebook page.
Which Schwarzenegger Watch Together on.
And Twitter, which is... is it Schwarzenegger Watch Together?
It's Rare Cryptid on Twitter.
Yeah, it's Rare Cryptid on Twitter as well. So follow us.
Schwarzenegger Watch Together on Facebook. That's probably the best way to find us.
The Twitter?
No, on the Facebook.
Yeah,
but you can also find us on the Twitter.
Yeah, so we've been updating the Facebook a lot recently.
We're on the Facebook more often.
You'll have a lot of updates about future episodes, etc., etc. A little in-jokes if you watch the podcast.
Yep. Lots of content for you.
Lots of good shit there for us.
Enjoy that.
So yeah.
Also, please, as I always say, the only way to ensure that you can enter God's heaven upon your death is to go to iTunes, Schwarzenegger Watch Together, scroll down, rate a review.
Rave review.
Write anything you want. Doesn't even need to be about the podcast, but all it is important is you give 5 stars in that review. Please.
Yeah, it'll really help us bump us up a bit and make us a bit more. It actually does if you get more reviews.
It actually does.
It bumps you right up.
So I'm asking you as a servant of God and Jesus Christ, please. 5 stars.
So anyway, this has been a great episode, I think. This was quite a fun one, actually.
Yeah, it's been a fun episode. I've had fun today watching this film. Watching this good documentary and talking about it.
This wasn't a drag. This was kind of a good one.
No.
And a very interesting film. Would recommend.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it. I think lots of people have seen this.
Yeah,
though,
it's it's a very well known film. Very easy to find as well. You don't need to track this down anywhere. You don't need to import it from America.
Nope.
Yeah, so
no legal downloads necessary.
Oh, Arnold.
It's also it's got to be on DVD as well.
One more thing before we end. Shout out to the Showcase family.
Anyway.
Thank you for listening today.
Bye-bye. Au revoir.
This has been the Schwarzenegger Watch Together. Bye.
Sayonara.
Everybody wants to be a hero. Every man wants to be bigger than dad. It's very hard to understand. Been that way since Bell Time, man.